Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into the quotient rule for differentiation. And in this video, I'll give you a clear explanation as to how to go about it. Let's get started. Now this rule is important when you're differentiating a function that is a fraction. Essentially, it's when you have one function divided by another, as you can see here, where y is equal to u over v. And once we differentiate it, we will get y prime is equal to v times u prime minus u times v prime, all divided by v squared. We'll look at some examples to make it crystal clear. Here's our first example. Y is equal to x squared divided by x plus 1. So step 1, we need to identify our u and our v, right? So in this case, we're going to set our u to be the numerator, x squared, and when we differentiate that, we're going to get 2x. And obviously, the remainder of v will simply be the denominator, which would be x plus 1. And when we differentiate that, we're just going to get 1. So when we differentiate x, we will get 1. But when we differentiate 1 alone, it will become 0, because the derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. And now, step 2. We're simply going to plug in our values into our formula that I had shown earlier. And in this case, we're going to get y is equal to v u prime minus u v prime, all divided by v squared. So in this scenario, my v is simply equal to my x plus 1. My u prime is equal to 2x. And notice how I'm simply just getting it from the list that I already created for myself earlier. Minus my u, which is x squared, and my v prime is just 1. All divided by v squared, and in this case my v is equal to x plus 1, and I simply square it. And once we do our expansion and simplification, we're going to get 2x squared plus 2x minus x squared, all divided by x plus 1 squared. And once we add and subtract like terms over here, we're going to end up with x squared plus 2x, all divided by x plus 1 squared. And there you have it. That is our derivative. And now for the second example, we have g is equal to x cubed plus 2x, all divided by x squared minus 3. And we're going to take this step by step. So step 1, we need to identify our u and our v variables. And in this case, I'm going to set u to be equal to my numerator of x cubed plus 2x. And when we differentiate that, I'm going to get 3x squared plus 2. And notice that when using the basic differentiation rule, I'm going to bring the power down. Thus, I have my 3. And then after that, I'm going to subtract my power by 1. Thus, I end up with 3x squared. And same applies for 2x. I'm going to get 2. And then I'm going to set my v to be the denominator, which is going to be x squared minus 3. Right? And when I differentiate that, as indicated by the prime symbol, I'm going to get 2x. And notice again, negative 3 is a constant, and the derivative of the constant is always equal to 0. Hence, I get 2x. And now step 2. We're going to plug everything into our formula. And our formula, as shown earlier, is going to be g prime is equal to v u prime minus u v prime, all divided by v squared. And notice here that I'm not using y prime, because our original equation, we have equated it to g, not to y. So that's just notation you should pick up as you solve. But anyways, back to the main objective. I'm going to substitute or simply plug in all my variables. And in this case, I'm going to have v, which is just x squared minus 3, my u prime, 3x squared plus 2, minus my u, x cubed plus x cubed plus 2x multiplied by my v prime of 2x, all divided by my v squared, which is just simply x squared minus 3, all of that squared. You can simply leave this as a final answer, but if you want to simplify it, you should get up to x to the power 4 minus 11 x squared minus 6, all divided by x squared minus 3, all of that squared. Both answers are the same, both answers are correct, it's just that this is in the more simplified form. And that's how you apply the quotient rule. It might look complicated at first, but once you break it down step by step, it's really straightforward. Here are some extra problems for you to try out. Leave your answers in the comments below or email me at tutornax.success@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful videos. See you in the next one with me, Tutor Nax, simplifying success one question at a time.